Christmas trees and decorations were considered to be unholy pagan rituals, and the Puritans also banned traditional Christmas foods, such as mince pies and pudding. Puritan laws required that stores and businesses remain open all day on Christmas, and town bellmen walked through the streets on Christmas Eve calling out, "No Christmas, no Christmas." In England, the ban on the holiday was lifted in 1660 when Charles II took over the throne. However, the Puritan presence remained in New England, and Christmas did not become a legal holiday there until 1856. Even then, some schools continued to hold classes on December 25th until 1870. Although the change was gradual, people began to once again embrace the holiday until Christmas as we know it today, complete with mistletoe, eggnog, and candy canes, was celebrated throughout the American colonies. That said, there were several reasons why the ban was imposed in the first place, the most notable being the parallels between Christmas and the ancient Winter Solstice festivities, known in pagan Rome as Saturnalia. There's nothing in the Bible that links the birth of Jesus with the month of December.
The Bible doesn't say exactly when Jesus was born, but it does offer some clues. It's worth noting that the Gospel of James says Mary gave birth in a cave, and even though it's not part of the modern canon of the New Testament, it is still relevant.
What isn't in the Bible is any indication of when this takes place. If it's December, even in the Middle East, why are the sheep out grazing in the fields at night? This doesn't happen in winter.
The best estimates for Jesus' birth, according to biblical scholars, is either the 17th of April, the 29th of May, or the 15th of September. So, if Jesus wasn't born on the 25th of December, then how did we end up celebrating on this day? Well, the date of Jesus' birth wasn't the only problem that the Puritans had with Christmas. There were also a few too many similarities with Roman festivals. During the time of the Roman Empire, the end of December was full of celebrations.
You have Saturnalia, which was a gift-giving and a feasting holiday. It ran for a week from the 17th of December. At the other end, you have the calends, the New Year holiday. It's feasting, it's processions, it's small gift-giving. There's greenery. You're beginning to see where all our elements are coming from. In the middle of those two, the 25th of December, the day of the unconquered sun, you have the solstice holiday.
It was one of the biggest events of the year. The celebration was marking the birth of a god. This god was called Mithras.
When the god Mithras is born, he emerges from a cave, which is coincidentally or not, observed by two shepherds. So there are parallels that accreted to the Christian religion from Mithraism, just as the celebratory elements accreted from Saturnalia and from the calends.
In the Northern Hemisphere, the time during late December is when the days are at their shortest lengths and the nights are at their longest. For those of the pagan world, it was during the pre-Christian midwinter pagan celebrations of Scandinavia's Norsemen where today's Christmas tradition began as a means of honoring the sex and fertility god Yule with a celebration during the month of December, when a large, single log, considered to be a phallic idol, was lit on fire and kept burning for 12 days, as animal or alleged human sacrifices were offered in the fire on each of those days. Wild, delirious reveling accompanied the daily sacrifices.